Hollywood marriages, according to Nicole Kidman, are not made of diamonds and aspirations, but of deceit, isolation, and paperwork. After years of smiling on red carpets with country singer Keith Urban, Miss Kidman finally broke her silence and accepted the Oscars herself. Also chilly, the mask broke at the Golden Globes, I'll tell you that now. I can't pretend anymore, Nicole allegedly told her inner group. I have had enough of performing off camera, so what exactly does that imply? Some have speculated that Keith's gambling problem has returned since the internet is going nuts. Some whisper about their hidden lovers. Some daring individuals even went so far as to say that our marriage went horribly wrong. Consider it. According to rumors, the picture-perfect couple, the angelic actress and the cowboy crooner, are supposedly now living together under one roof. My darling, this is not a love song. This is an opera in the tabloid style. Brace yourself, because today we're going to reveal the hidden breakdown that occurred in the seemingly flawless love story between Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, the Hollywood version of a fake marriage and covert animosity. According to them, Nicole and Keith were the epitome of genuine Hollywood love, the couple who managed to withstand all the rumors, scandals, and fake smiles that plagued Hollywood. What if, nevertheless, Nicole Kidman's most famous performance was that flawless photo? Their supposedly perfect marriage has been secretly disintegrating for years, according to rumors that are circulating like wildfire on the red carpet. It's time to turn the reels backwards. After meeting in 2005, Nicole Kidman, an Australian goddess, Oscar winner, and master of emotional restraint, was married to Keith Urban the following year. They were believed by the world to have discovered love in an unlikely spot. Fans were unaware that Keith brought more than just a global tour into their marriage, and that Nicole was preoccupied with repairing her life following Tom's death. According to insiders, crews should have noticed the storm gathering beneath the surface as soon as they heard rumors of Keith and saw the first cracks. Derek goes missing for rehab weekends, Nicole makes up reasons to protect his reputation, and he spends the nights out with his Nashville friends. An purported insider said that Nicole was attempting to protect his reputation while she was in the studio, but he insisted he was simply exhausted. And here's the rub. After her cruise, Nicole centered her public persona on being a graceful survivor, a phoenix rising from the ashes of Hollywood heartache. However, there are rumors that have been circulating again that she may have put her public image ahead of personal enjoyment. Because rumor has it that Nicole was allegedly living in emotional lockdown while the public perceived her as the epitome of elegance. She had to constantly maintain an air of composure in front of the cameras while dealing with Heath's supposed relapses, rage tantrums, and other issues. According to a close colleague who spoke to the Daily Whispers, Nicole stopped crying a long time ago. She has completely lost all emotion. According to insiders, Nicole and Keith's staff planned every photo opportunity, red carpet kiss, and supposedly unplanned P.D. moment in order to keep the tabloids at bay. She learned to grin through the storm, and that storm was worse than anybody had anticipated. There was supposedly a contract clause in the Hollywood PR deal that allowed her to make that stunning front-row appearance at the Country Music Awards. To sum up, they stuck to their ideal marriage brand regardless. The most shocking accusation was based on what was occurring at home. In return for Keith's sobriety pledge and family devotion, Nicole supposedly consented to do specific public tasks. Those on the inside, however, say such assurance was short-lived. It has come to light that Keith has been seen attending industry dinners alone in recent months. When queried about Nicole, he allegedly stated that she is busy with another project. Here's the irony: she's never stopped working. It is possible that Nicole's actual part was never in a film. It might have been an act of pretending love has not faded. Viewers started to pick up on the change. Confidentiality in interviews decreased. Things got awkward at the awards show. The way they laughed appeared contrived, and rumors flew when Nicole failed to show up for several important functions early this year. Claiming that Nicole's smile no longer reaches her eyes, a viral TikTok even examined their body language. Her mind is completely blank. Then, the most troubling part, the erased Instagram post, came. Within hours of being shared and captioned by Keith, the photo disappeared. A few admirers took a screenshot of it before it vanished, and those with keen eyesight could see that something was amiss. Her wedding ring was missing from Nicole's finger. That, my friend, is the sound of a quiet scream. Within days of that, Keith canceled 3 overseas events, stating that they were canceled due to personal family problems. According to tabloids, Nicole traveled to Australia by herself. According to those close to her, she supposedly needed solitude to clear her thoughts. But who or what could that be? Heard it said a recent Los Angeles event allegedly overheard a furious dispute between the pair, which pushed Nicole over the edge. Nicole allegedly snapped after Keith made a remark about her lack of support, according to one witness. "This isn't love anymore," she said, Keith. "I'm sick of acting." With just that one remark, "I'm sick of pretending," the internet has adopted it as its favorite slogan. There must have been a catastrophe behind the velvet curtains if the ever-cool Nicole Kidman finally lost it. What Hollywood doesn't want addressed is a question that people are now asking. Did true love form the foundation of this marriage? Or was it just a Hollywood illusion that didn't work? Every grin conceals a hidden truth. Furthermore, there is a controversy just waiting to burst out of every hidden detail. Right when things start to go downhill, Nicole may have lighted the match. Reason being, the undercurrent of subtle tension quickly grew into an elaborate Hollywood plot, replete with media spin and confidential informants. Clandestine therapy sessions that, according to one purported PR insider, were more concerned with managing the company's image than rescuing a marriage. Monthly meetings were held by Nicole and Keith's image consulting team to plan public narratives. The scheduling of their trips, red carpet appearances, and anniversary posts were all meticulously orchestrated to keep the world informed that the urban Kidman love tale was still going strong. According to the source Money, they approached their marriage as a stage. The main problem was the script, which was in disrepair despite having lighting, director, and editing. However, Keith had moved on from that particular script. Keith allegedly reverted to his former ways, which Nicole believed she had left behind when she married him, while Nicole adhered to her quiet dignity. Speculation started to circulate on blind item blogs regarding late-night gambling excursions, business gatherings in Nashville pubs, and sexually suggestive texts sent to aspiring country singers. Nicole, too, always the expert, allegedly chose silent until she couldn't anymore. The following morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning, barefoot, after an argument that shook the house the previous before, anonymous insiders claimed that Nicole approached him in their home, leading to an icy confrontation and her eventual departure from their Nashville estate. It is believed that Keith used a pseudonym to check into a high-end spa resort. They said he needed time to recharge his batteries and think creatively. Here is where things became ugly. Nicole's crew remained silent throughout. Simultaneously, an audio recording purportedly taken during one of their therapy sessions started making the rounds on the internet. After hearing the voice, which sounded suspiciously like Nicole's, remark, "I can't no more pretending," fans quickly became divided. Did I create the drama or was it real? Nicole, however, did nothing to quell the raging inferno, because she would definitely refute it if it was false. As an alternative, her representative provided an evasive statement. Nicole will not participate in guesswork since she respects her privacy. What does it mean to translate? There's undeniably an upward trend. Cyber investigators swarmed social media. Viewers of the couple's older TikTok videos began dissecting their every uncomfortable look and nervous body language cue. "Keith always looks like he's apologizing with his eyes," came the comment from another user on one of the popular posts. Even though Nicole's grin could win an Oscar, her heart isn't in it. Following that, the Whisper report dropped a bombshell. An infamous celebrity rumor mill that said it had gotten paperwork from a nearby court that suggested a trial separation agreement had been prepared months beforehand. The purported conditions? Under a tight non-disclosure provision meant to safeguard the integrity of the brand. If this were to happen, Keith would keep their property in Tennessee, and Nicole would covertly transfer assets to her trust fund in Australia. What this means is that the whole world has been seeing a marriage that is already technically over. The worst part, according to those in the know, is that Nicole allegedly was pleaded with by Hollywood heavy hitters to keep mum until after her next big film came out. She claims that a producer warned her that she would be once again seen as unstable if she announced her divorce at this time. Hold out for the release of the film. Fans continued to cheer for Nico Keith, but Nicole allegedly signed her separation papers in quiet. On the other hand, Keith, he was not about to die in silence. He feels deceived, according to the musician's close friends. He claims Nicole emotionally checked out years ago, and he tried everything to keep the marriage together. Star Truth Weekly claims that one of Keith's friends informed them that, although he loves her still, he is sick of being treated like a charity case. Unexpectedly, she never viewed him as an equal, but rather as a problem that needed fixing. Because contrary to what fans thought, new reports portray Nicole as the controlling perfectionist who oversaw Keith's wardrobe and song lyrics, among other aspects of their lives. He has allegedly been blacklisted by her for performing some songs that were incompatible with the family's image. However, the fissures continued to widen. The couple sat apart at an awards show not long ago, smiling briefly for the cameras. It was stated that Keith used an alternate exit after the show, while Nicole and her aide went directly to their cars. No photographs were allowed backstage, as one photographer put it. It was like watching two strangers pretending to be lovers for the last time. And honestly, maybe that's exactly what it was. However, other photographers were present as well. Simply said, not even Hollywood could maintain their facade any longer. According to reports, Naomi Watts and Nicole's close circle have been pressuring her to stop the relationship permanently. She claims Naomi informed her, "You've been putting on a show for everyone else but yourself. Time to live your life to the fullest, Nick." Things began to shift at that point. Several of Keith's close acquaintances were unfollowed, and Nicole allegedly stopped going public with her wedding ring, while subtly re-establishing contact with former Australian acquaintances for a possible return home. Some have noticed Keith at Nashville's Hermitage Hotel bar, where he is reportedly writing song lyrics on a napkin. According to some, it's his next heartbreak album. Some people think it's his admission. The illusion is quickly crumbling, though. I stopped pretending the second Nicole whispered. She ended more than just a marriage. She ignited a social revolution. Who needs Hollywood's most perfect pair when they can't even pretend to be happy anymore? What transpired thereafter transformed this understated split into a scandal bomb that the PR team was unable to contain. And once that illusion crumbled, my friends, and that was just the start, paranoia swept Hollywood. It was a shocking realization for the business that had spent years marketing Nicole and Keith as the final genuine love story, a fairy tale turned headline risk. Upper-level management began to schedule urgent meetings. Allegedly, publicists from the studio were instructed to change the subject and scribble over interview footage in which Nicole had complimented Keith's unwavering commitment. Allegedly, an insider at the studio made the comment, "They're trying to erase a love story in real time." Anytime Nicole Kidman says anything or does nothing, it reverberates across the entire entertainment world, making it feel like peer surgery without the anesthesia. On this occasion, her quiet was utterly silent. She remained out of the spotlight while Keith Urban allegedly went into a downward spiral. He allegedly began to cancel public engagements and skip studio sessions, according to many reports. He supposedly wrote songs like "Took the Calm" while he was drunk again, according to some of his bandmates. Fans began to wonder if his next album would be anything other than country after the storm passed. However, the unexpected twist is this. It is a public confession accompanied by acoustic strings. Secrets about Nicole's extensive video documentation started to trickle out from her tight circle. Her purported friends asserted that she secretly kept audio recordings of her private arguments, as well as notebooks and treatment notes, with her legal team. Tom Cruise taught Nicole a severe lesson. This time she leaves her husband with proof. The tabloids were thrown into disarray just because of the rumor, regardless of whether such records exist or not. All of a sudden, Nicole's hidden vault was all over the news, and people started acting like detectives on social media. Urban Uncovered and the Kidman files became popular topics. Nicole Kidman is reportedly preparing to take her receipts on a big-screen adventure, according to a popular tweet. Fans observed that the interview was dated 2013, which is a decade ago, but Keith's crew went into damage control mode by feeding the press with stories about him trying to get Nicole back. A footage of an interview in which he declared, "I owe my sobriety and my life to Nicole," reappeared at the perfect time. It was useless to repurpose the sympathy act. No longer did the internet believe it. Then, someone purporting to be an ex-assistant suddenly posted an enigmatic message to a gossip website. Emotional weariness, contractual quiet agreements, dominating behavior, and explosive allegations were revealed in it. As the letter came to a close, the last paragraph read, "And she departed just as the audience did." The veracity of that letter is still entirely up in the air, but however, that did not deter devotees from treating each word as sacred. An explosion of speculations ensued on YouTube channels, gossip blogs, and even Reddit discussions. An internet post asserted that Keith's popularity and Nicole's reputation rehab were part of a larger career trade-off. However, the most terrifying aspect? According to one document supposedly obtained by Hollywood Eye Weekly, new leaks indicate that there may be private legal filings ongoing. In plain English, Nicole has begun the separation process under the protection of confidentiality. She's trying to avoid a public humiliation by secretly getting a divorce. The reaction of Keith? No sound at all? Just silence. No comment, no affirmation, not even a rejection. A string of enigmatic Instagram images depicting cloudless skies and deserted highways, accompanied by the statement, "Sometimes love just runs out of road," and then nothing but stillness. Supporters descended upon the comment section. Does Nicole figure into this? Disprove it! She ought to have better. However, the plot takes an unexpected and shocking turn at this point. Nicole made a public appearance in Paris not long ago. Just a ring. It was only Nicole, stout in her cream suit and grinning for the cameras as if she'd finally breathed. No Keith. By all accounts, she was calm, liberated, reborn, and she just whispered, "I'm not pretending anymore," as the media barked inquiries over her marriage. Everything fell into place at that moment. Keith wasn't the only one involved. The story revolved around Nicole's journey of self-discovery, following a lifetime of being shaped by film, relationships, and public opinion. After years of acting out a Hollywood fairy tale, she is emerging into a new chapter that is authentically hers, owned by her. Obviously, therefore, the aftermath has only begun. According to those in the know, her public relations team is getting ready for the next stage of her story, which will involve strategically scheduled interviews, managed vulnerability, and possibly a weeping late-night appearance when she will reveal her truth. Before Keith's official divorce news lands, his label is allegedly trying to soften his image by pushing for an emotional redemption album. And the movies? It's like an anxious spectator, dreading that Nicole could say anything that could reveal long-buried truths regarding celebrity marriages, peer pressure, and image contracts. Who will follow Nicole Kidman, one of the most reserved and refined actresses of her time, if she decides to come out now? Nicole Kidman files for divorce. The truth behind the marriage is the one exclusive headline that every tablet editor in Los Angeles is waiting for. Nicole doesn't merely file if past events are any indication. She concludes by saying that this is more than simply a marriage ending. A myth has come to an end. The false belief propagated by Hollywood that love can be managed, scripted, and capitalized on for financial gain. Nicole is no longer peddling that illusion. As she departs from Keith, the cameras, and the performance, she rips up the screenplay and writes her own version. No amount of tabloid coverage can silence one lingering mystery. In Hollywood, how many other romance films are really just contracts with flashier lighting? Maybe the truth isn't written in scripts anymore in Hollywood if Nicole Kidman, the master of acting, says she's done pretending. It is composed without sound. All right then. The lights have come down, the show has concluded, and after years of smiling on the red carpet, Nicole Kidman has finally played the most unexpected part of her life, herself. Meticulously orchestrated interviews and Instagram fables. What do you believe transpired beyond those house walls? She finally spoke the words that every Hollywood woman fears to say. I'm done pretending. Did a wife emerge victorious from her emotional rut? Or did the husband become entangled in the tumultuous waves of fame that consumed him? Is this the end of Nicole Kidman's marriage, or her coming out as the uncensored truth-teller Hollywood sought to censor? Please share your opinions in the comments section. Why? Because there's still a long way to go in this story, and the next part is going to make red carpets everywhere tremble. We don't do fairy tales here, so if you enjoy getting to the bottom of things, then subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Let us reveal them.